joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And they've got a few injuries on their bench, less options, but you think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Duncan Robinson out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. And for Orlando, down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Suggs out there with Anthony Black. And it's Bane in at the 3, the small forward. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got 2 of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Now here is Harris. Here's Duran. And Duran slams it in.
Well, positioning and size win during the offensive rebound, which he then cashes in on.
Suggs, screen on Robinson. Right wing, launches it. Some solid defense from Harris. To the middle. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Carter sets the pick for Bane. Pass to Banchero. Six to shoot. There's the 3. Thompson with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Suggs. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Oh, terrific move offensively from Suggs. He is locked in on that shot and finished.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Harris dishes to Cunningham. Duran with the screen on Suggs. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Now, here's Suggs. Pass to Banchero. And stolen by Harris. Cunningham against Suggs. Shoots from 12. Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game. And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Robinson, that's good.
Proving he's more than just a perimeter threat. Nice job by Robinson inside there.
Outside, Bane. Harris against Banchero. Carter outside for the 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What an effort from Bane. His teammates really respect how hard he works.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Here's Black. still without a basket. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Duran. Outside Robinson. Cunningham against Suggs. Lock at 6. Pulls up on the elbow. It's good.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Over Harris. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Well, that's exactly what Carter Jr. should be doing. Rescuing plays off the offensive glass.
Cunningham left side. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Banchero against Harris. Outside Robinson. He's all alone. Here's Black. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now, here's Duran. Here's Cunningham. Outside for Robinson. 5 to shoot. Thompson inside the line. Rebound by the Magic.
Yeah, tough to make those jumpers when you are guarded that closely.
Banchero passes to Bing. Now here is Carter. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Craves that.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense. Well, what poise from Carter Jr. Just taking the hit and pushing through it all.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game. And that one falls for Carter. And with the goal of improving offensively, Stan, the Magic have made some moves.
Well, this is a team that hasn't been inclined to make many trades in the past. But with the young star talent they possess comes the urgency to win now. Well, to be able to add that move in on the fly, incredible control on display from Cunningham.
Pass to Black. Carter with a screen on Robinson. A nice shot by Carter. He's got 9.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Cunningham kicks to Stewart. Now Robinson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And here is Harris. Cunningham outside. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. Black grabs the board. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 15-6 run. Carter with a screen on Cunningham. Here's Suggs. Cunningham with some nice D.
Honestly, guys, that's a shot you expect your players to make.
Robinson kicks to Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Cunningham outside. Thompson a screen on Suggs. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's ready to talk things through with them. And Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference.
So for the Pistons, LeVert's checked in for Azar Thompson. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Robinson. Guarded by Harris. Pass to Bitadze. Here's Black. Inside. Here's De Silva. Levert defending. De Silva, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Herter gets it to go.
A solid passer at his position. Levert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Richardson outside. Bitadze setting a screen for Richardson to the inside. And Bitadze throws it down.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Cunningham passes to Stewart. Stewart with the screen on Richardson. Back to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, look, offensively, you want to put Stewart in the pick and roll. He's just so versatile.
Orlando's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Black with it. Covered by Cunningham. Bitadze, a screen on Cunningham. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Only the 6th player ever from the country of Georgia. Bitadze is an inspiration, Coach.
He sure is, Kevin, and a hard-playing guy who can really defend and rebound, and he's an underrated offensive player. Great finisher around the rim. This guy can help almost anybody.
That free throw missing. And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
Carter, he's checked in for Anthony Black. And the Pistons combining veteran shooting stand with their young core. And it's been a winning recipe.
Yeah, they've given Cade Cunningham room to operate, along with Jalen Duren and Asar Thompson. So much athleticism to attack that newfound space.
And so here's Orlando after the basket by Detroit.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. No good there off the double clutch. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Orlando. Pass to De Silva. Orlando moving the ball around. Out to Carter from outside the arc. Richardson outside. It's good from long range. And now a 4-point Orlando lead.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Cunningham looking it over. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's an aggressive play and a chance for Cunningham to get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the game here. Haynes checked in for the Magic. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Howland, he's checked in for Harris.
Well, it's his heart and leadership that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing to win.
Now, here's Richardson. He's got 5. There's the drive. The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for your Magic, Richardson, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Pistons making a change here. No good on the second free throw. Here's Herter. From deep three-point land, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Wendell Carter making highlights, guys, for the Orlando Magic. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. We'll return shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
On the court for the Pistons, Karis LeVert is out there with Holland. Then it's Kevin Herter. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Jenkins in at the point. Now here's Richardson. Ataze finds Bain from the arc. It's rebounded by Jenkins.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And how about the recognition there from LeVert? Coaching staff will appreciate that kind of ball movement.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Kevin, the Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders. There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that." Back to you, Kevin.
They've got their fans fired up. Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Herter, drilled from 11 feet out. And the Pistons lead by 3.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Pass to Richardson. Rebound by the Pistons. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
What a great touch on that shot from LeVert. Even the foul can interrupt the rhythm of his mechanics.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
And the free throw drops for LeVert. You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Here's Jenkins after the made shot from Desmond Bain. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
On the court is your home squad. Who wants a t-shirt?
Different look here for Detroit. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. Duncan Robinson comes in for Kevin Herter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. here's Stewart. Here's Holland. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Cunningham. To Silva with the rebound. The Magic trail by 4. It's Richardson on the wing. Outside, Bain. "18 feet out." Rebound by the Pistons. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Over to the wing. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yep, and that's a confidence builder for Cunningham. Good to see him getting it done inside.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Certainly something to watch. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Now, here's Banchero. Still scoreless. Poke loose. Stolen by Robinson. Pass to Holland. Back to Robinson. Stewart kicks to Thompson. Stewart, a screen for Thompson. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's off on the first. And for such a young team, Greg, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
Anthony Black's checked in for the Magic. And the second free throw, good. So, Stan, when you look at how the Magic defend, can you remember a time when so many of the league's best defenses were all so young?
Well, Kevin, it's something we associate with more veteran teams, but the modern game is so demanding, it may be tilting toward these young legs. Well, it'll be fun to watch Asar Thompson develop over his first few years in the league.
Here's Black, covered by Cunningham. Pass to Bain. Pocket 6. Batadze, a screen on Cunningham. Black. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Here's Holland. Fires it up. The rebound by Batadze. Batadze's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bain passes to Batadze. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That's good from Batadze. Batadze hits them both. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Pass to Bain. Stolen by Thompson. Now Detroit moving it up. To the paint. Suggs with some nice defense. And so Suggs with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic, trailing by 4. Now Black. Here's Bain. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Harris against Suggs. Harris passes to Cunningham. Carries it from three-point range. Cunningham's got 13 points.
Yeah, and Cunningham there, able to shoot with his feet set. That's one he knows he can hit.
And here is Suggs. 5 points in the game. Shoots from the baseline, and it's Banchero missing. Pistons leading by 7. Here's Robinson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Outside, Bain. Pass to Banchero. Wagner, a screen on Harris. Down low. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, look, you can't let Wagner get this deep. You deserve to get dunked on when you give him this position.
Cunningham finds Stewart. Outside, Robinson. On the wing, Thompson. Cunningham outside. Just 5 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot. For 3, Harris. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. So Stan, I'll ask you, what about Desmond Bain stands out to you the most?
Well, Kevin, I would say what stands out the most is how this guy has improved and added to his offensive game. Came into the league as basically a shooter, but now he has added playmaking and shot creation to his game. He can put the ball on the floor, take it to the basket and finish, or set up his teammates.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Magic. Richardson comes in for Bain. And a switcher also for Detroit. Duran's checked in. Pass to Black. Richardson outside. Now Suggs. Shot clock at 5. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Pistons leading by 8. Cunningham outside. Thompson finds Harris. Duran sets the screen for Harris. There's the lob to Duran. Outside, Suggs. Back to Banchero. Suggs, screen on Harris. Here's Banchero. It's hauled in by Harris. Detroit's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Pass to Robinson. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Suggs.
Suggs just staying active and goes to the line now.
The Magic have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
A free throw drops for Suggs.
Well, one thing you like about Jalen Suggs is this guy's a hard worker. You see that on the court, and you see it off in the way he's continued to work on his game.
And Orlando making a change here. Wagner's checked in. Both free throws good from Suggs.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Cunningham outside. Robinson on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 6 assists in the game. Cunningham against Suggs. Carter outside. Now, here's Suggs. He's tightly guarded. Black, no good. Detroit leading by 9. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Suggs with the ball. He has 7. Here's Black. Banchero screen on Robinson. 6 to shoot. Here's Suggs. Another miss by Orlando. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Pistons. Robinson passes to Duren. Pistons passing it around. Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. Thompson outside. Lets the 3 fly. Banchero grabs the board. The Magic trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Suggs kicks to Banchero. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Detroit's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting to the paint. And Duren slams it in.
That is what they want from Duren. Spike it, young fella.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well. I'm not out there talking the game. It's doing everyone a disservice. Back to you, Kevin.
Outstanding. Allie, we appreciate the report. Now, here is Robinson. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Duren with a screen on Carter. Cunningham for 3. The shot, no good. The Magic shooting 39% from the floor. Their best. Pass to Wagner. Wagner with a screen for Banchero. Suggs against Cunningham. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Pistons leading by 11. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Cunningham on the wing. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
Cunningham's gone 6 of 13 shooting tonight from the field. Suggs looking around. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Carter hands it from downtown. Carter's got 12 in the game.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We come back right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
The Magic trail by 10. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Suggs out there with Black. And it's Bane in at the 3-side. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Here are the Magic now to the middle. He's looking for Duren and finds him. Outside, Robinson. Inside, here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Harris has got the first bucket of the third here for the Pistons.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Now, here's Banchero. Hasn't made one yet, and it's good, 2 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
First team foul.
Outside, Robinson. Pass to Thompson. Clock at 6. Shoots from the elbow. No good on that one.
I mean, that's the shot to take. He just couldn't get it to go.
Carter with a screen on Thompson. Carter finds Bane. Fires for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bane's got it back down to within single digits for Orlando.
Well, that's Bane's go-to zone. You can't let him have a look from there.
Suggs against Cunningham. Orlando grabs the miss. Banchero's got 4 rebounds in this game. To stand in terms of emerging young stars, Banchero is very high on that list.
Well, he sure is, Kevin, because he can create shots for himself and his teammates. And as we've already seen in his early years, this guy is at his best in the playoffs, and that's a trait you're always looking for.
Now Cunningham. After Wendell Carter missed from long range. Back to Cunningham. Robinson for 3. The kick out to Cunningham. They grab their own miss. The 3. Touched by Duren. The Magic trail by 7. Pass to Black. Thompson against Bane. From downtown. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Such a hard worker. Bane was ready for any physicality that came his way.
The Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And he hits the first of 3. And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Cunningham passes to Duren. Harris kicks to Cunningham. Duren with the screen on Suggs. It's tipped. Stolen by Carter. It's Black in the corner. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Black's got 8.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Now here is Harris. He's got 7. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To stop the drought, Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Suggs. Now Bane. Orlando moving the ball around. Banchero passes to Carter. To the inside, Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 9 points in the game so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Well, look, he's a big guy, and Carter Jr.'s playing big tonight. They can't stop it.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. On the wing, Bane. Banchero outside. Good on the triple. Banchero's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Pass to Duren. Now Harris. He's covered by Banchero. 5 on the clock. For 3, Harris. Rebound by the Magic. Outside, Suggs. Pass to Bane. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Shooting off the catch is the core of Bane's game, but he can do so much more.
Banchero against Harris. Looking for Cunningham, and he gets it there. And that time, also a missed shot. Orlando leading by 4. Banchero finds Suggs. Back to Banchero. Bain passes to Banchero. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Harris. Thompson, a screen on Banchero. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Playing above the rim. This kid, Asar Thompson, can fly.
Now, here's Suggs. He has 7. And it's Banchero missing. Outside Robinson. Pass to Cunningham. Now here is Harris. For the tie. And the layup is good. Harris has got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's Banchero. Gets it to fall from the right block. Banchero's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the more Banchero knocks down shots, the more comfortable he's going to be in the league.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Magic making a switch here. Vitadze's checked in. Jenkins, he's checked in for the Pistons. Now Duren, he's got 8. To the paint. And Thompson kicks to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jenkins. The offensive rebound. And Duren slams it in.
Well, let me tell you something about Jalen Duren. This guy fears no one, and he plays with a mean streak.
Now, here's Banchero. 7 points in the game. Bain, the bounce pass. Suggs passes to Banchero. Fires the 3. Another miss by Banchero. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Here's Jenkins. Thompson dishes to Jenkins. Harris against Banchero. Duren with the screen on Banchero. Offensive rebound. Shot's good by Duren. Duren's got 12 in the game.
Well, this is where Duren looks to score, and it's why he shoots such a high percentage.
Pass to Black. Now Batase. And here is Suggs. And the 3 off target. Harris with it. Now defended by Bain. It's tipped. Black with it. 8 points for him. It's stolen by Duren. It's Robinson high post. Working on Black. Harris looking it over. Robinson for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Banchero's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
Here's Thompson. Paolo Banchero making his last shot. Thompson passes to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And the Pistons, entirely new group now out there. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Howard up on top. He's defended by Herter. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Pistons leading. Here's Holland. Goes back up. It's deflected. Howard against Herter. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's De Silva. LeVert defending. Pass to Richardson. Magic moving the ball around. And now the Pistons fast break. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And you see the open floor speed of LeVert, a great athlete who just needs to stay healthy to reach his potential.
LeVert at the line for one.
And the free throw drops for LeVert. So it's Orlando now. It's a three-point game. Cunningham against Richardson. 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Batadze against Stewart, and it's blocked.
Great recognition from Stewart. I like seeing him use his length and size to make an impact on defense.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Detroit leading by 3. And here's Cunningham. 15 points in the game. Stewart with the screen on Richardson. Pass to Herter. Jacks up a 3. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Pistons, Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Cade Cunningham. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's LeVert into the three. And here is Bane following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now, here's Cunningham. No one near Huerter as he lets it fly. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Richardson the bounce pass. Huerter against Bane. Kicks it out to Richardson. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And so LeVert will bring it up for Detroit. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Orlando with the ball, following the bucket by the Pistons. Richardson finds Bane. Shoots over Huerter. Bane, no good. And it's Detroit's ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Huerter passes to Cunningham. Huerter with a screen on Bane. And they call an illegal screen here. The Magic trail by 14. Pass to Richardson. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now Batase. Clock at 6. Now Richardson lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Huerter kicks to Cunningham. Shoots the three. The rebound by Batase. Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Richardson against Cunningham. And a wide open look for Bane. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, when Bane gets going, he can be a problem for defenses. He'll become a real force on the offensive end.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Detroit making a switch here. Harris has checked in. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And he slams it one-handed.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's Bain after the basket by Detroit. 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Richardson for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Harris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Stewart trying to get open. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist by Harris.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. LeVert in the corner. Buries the long-range jumper. LeVert's got 5 points now this quarter.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
LeVert against Banchero. Down low. Stewart with the steal. They get a hand on it. And now the pass break. Banchero with the ball. Pass to Wagner. Stewart with the steal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
Staying over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
Black's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Richardson. Then for the Pistons, Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Karis LeVert. Robinson is subbed in for Kevin Huerter. And so Suggs with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Bain passes to Suggs. Wagner kicks to Bain. Looking to end the run. Rebound, Detroit. Duren's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Duren a screen. Cunningham finds Duren. That one goes. Count it.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Back to Banchero. Orlando moving the ball around. Bain with the bucket.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Now here is Harris. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Robinson. Fires from deep. Out to Thompson. Duren sets the screen for Thompson. It's stolen by Banchero. Here's Bain. Robinson with the block. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Mo Wagner.
Wendell Carter.
Bain passes to Black. Carter with a screen on Robinson. Black. And another 3 for Orlando.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Harris against Banchero. Takes it off the glass. Harris has got 10 points in just the second half.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Suggs passes to Banchero. Six on the shot clock. The tray. Duren pulls it in. Duren's Pistons leading by 18. To the middle. Here's Harris. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Orlando's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Black in the post. Robinson on him. Outside, Suggs. Carter with a screen on Cunningham. Payne for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Robinson. There's the lob to Duren. Outside, Suggs. And it's blocked.
Well, Duren making his physical presence known.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Suggs finds Banchero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Payne inside the three-point line.
Outstanding defense by Thompson. His teammates appreciate how much he hustles on that end.
Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. That's good from Harris on the assist by Cunningham. 17 points for Tobias Harris.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Pass to Payne. Carter with a screen on Thompson. Here's Payne. Again, the miss by Payne. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
Man, his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And so Suggs with it. He brings it up for the Magic. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Jalen Duren.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Now Black. Carter with a screen on Thompson. Payne with it. Picked up by Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Trying to end the drought. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bain. Bain's got 8 here in the quarter.
Just look at the body of Bain. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
Duren the pass to Harris. Over Banchero. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Paolo Banchero.
And you like how physical Harris can get inside, always looking to initiate contact on offense.
And he makes the first. And Harris drops them both. And it's the Magic with the ball. Outside, Bain.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Harris against Banchero. He takes it in. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. For the Pistons. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Jenkins. Richardson covering. Now here's Jenkins. Pass to Herter. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pistons.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jalen Duren.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
LeVert defending. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for two, Penda.
That one is off. And he's good on the second.
Well, you never want to leave points at the line, especially when you're down late.
Now here's Jenkins. He's covered by Suggs. Jenkins with it. Just 5 on the clock. Driving to the basket. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wendell Carter.
It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Stewart just a load to deal with inside. Giving the defense all they can handle.
One shot.
Free throw good, Stewart. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Orlando. Pass to Richardson. Wagner as screen on Herter. And finished off by Wagner.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride. And
here is Jenkins. And And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jalen Duren.